Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Putra, and now I would like to present an argumentative speech, and the topic is about education in developing countries. So, I would like to discuss about education in Indonesia. As we know, Indonesia is a developing country, so education is considered to be one of the most important things in our life. We can say that education is the knowledge or the skill that can be taken. Education can teach us as individuals or communities the good things and the bad. It can help us to have good choice for our future based on our strength or weakness and direct us to our role society. Some countries do not have good standards in education, resulting in a society having aimless lives. Some of them find themselves as a criminal or useless people. The quality of education in Indonesia has worsened. It is evident from the quality of teachers, learning facilities, and students. Current teachers are less competent. Many people become teachers because they are accepted in other majors or lack of funds. And then the learning facilities also become the growing factor of education in Indonesia, especially for the population in the backward regions. However, for the population in the backward regions, the most important is the applied science that is actually used for life and work. There are many problems that cause them not to learn normally, like most students in general. The cause of low quality of education in Indonesia in general is effectiveness of education. The effectiveness of education in Indonesia is very low. After the education practitioners conducted research and survey to the field, one of the causes is the absence of a clear educational objective before the learning activities conducted. This leads to learners and educators not to know what goals will be generated, so that they don't have a clear picture of the education process. It is noticeable that the system of education is changing from time to time based on financial issues and how the world is growing. Nowadays, the education is shaped to an official system run by professional people in governments, and many countries invest high amounts toward education, which makes evidence of how important it is in our current life. Every country has a different system of education based on their financial stability, government infrastructure, and standard of the government officials. It is noticeable that there is a big difference between the education in developing countries and the prevailing system in developed. So, the first solution of the problems is a systemic solution. The solution by changing the social systems related to the education systems. As it is known, the education system is closely related to the applied economic system. The second is a creative teacher. Every teacher needs to be creative in teaching methods given. The delivery of the materials is increasingly attractive and makes the time to learn to be the most enjoyable time for the students. And the third is the good learning facilities. The good learning facilities is also the factor that can make the education in Indonesia increase to be better. The government have to pay attention more for the education in Indonesia, especially for the learning facilities. So, education enables human beings to develop their capacities so that they can lead fulfilling and dignified lives. Due to the lack of education in developing countries, families and children suffer from poverty, healthcare, malnutrition, and much more. However, millions of people have been pulled out of poverty in the past decade and will continue to do. To defeat the global concern of lack of education, we must educate ourselves of the flaws in the system and correct them. We cannot always build the future for our youth, but we can build the youth for our future. That's all from me. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.